Hello again, Facebook. Todd Chance from the Fox 17 Morning Mix with another Morning Mix social. We were planning on doing this one yesterday, but technical snafus, it's the internet, it's all working remotely and all that. But we're so happy that today we were able to get it all together to talk to royal arrivals. I don't know if you know this, but it is National Princess Week. See, I know this because I have two young daughters and there's no getting around it. So we thought we would bring in an expert in the field of princesses. Her name is Becca, and she works with Royal Arrivals. Let's see if we can get her in here too. Hi, Becca. How are you?
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. We're so happy that you're here. Hey, Royal Arrivals.
Yeah.
I know you guys because
Yeah.
of my nonprofit that I run. Daddy Daughter Time has had your princesses out at a couple of our events, and it's been phenomenal. Always a highlight when Belle or when Elsa walks into the room and every little girl gasps and wants to walk over there and see if they can touch her.
I know it's such a magical moment. They're like, oh my goodness, she's real.
Yeah,
And
they're so
so
intimidated, they're in awe, they're amazed. It's one of those things that obviously parents love to do for their kids, and that's kind of what you're doing. But let's talk about Royal Arrivals and how you started it. I mean, obviously, my connection with your organization and your company is because of what we do with dads and daughters. But how in the world I'm assuming you have 17 daughters? Are you? There's some not 17. Oh my gosh, no. But you understand what I mean. I'm assuming you have a connection with young girls in some way, or is this just a love of your own that you've always had? How did you start this?
Yes, so I've always had a huge love for Disney World. I'm adopted, and one of Walt's most famous quotes is the most important thing is family. And so for an adopted kid, that's so it means so much to me. And my parents made it kind of a really big deal to get to go to Disney World and have that family time that Walt, created for us to have. And oh, it's always been so magical to me. Now I do indeed have two girls. And a boy. I have a prince now since COVID, since the last time we saw each other.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So yeah, I created Royal Arrivals because I wanted to show my daughters what being a princess is and what being a business owner of color looks like. So yeah,
those are big things. First off, let's tackle the first one. The first one, you wanted to show your daughters what a princess is. That definition has changed over the past 40, 50 years, especially when Disney started this all. When Walt started, I used to work for Disneyland, so it's funny that we talk about Walt like he's still alive. You didn't know that about me, did you?
What? That's so cool.
I still have my work ID card, so I'll have to show you sometime. Yeah, but Disney and the princesses used to be the damsel in distress. Okay. Yeah. It was a man was going to swoop in and he was going to save the day, or he was going to kiss her and wake her up. And things have really changed over the past 20 years with like Merida and other really strong female characters that can take care of their own. Tiana, a business owner, right? Yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about that. When you go out and you model this for these kids, when you're going out and doing this, do you notice that? Do you notice that it's less, oh, save me, and more, let's get stuff done?
Yes, I definitely notice that it's more get stuff done. I think that there are some really powerful characters. And actually, come to think of it, I kind of think that each character has incredible qualities. And those are the things that we choose to pick and highlight. And portray.
How about an example? Give me an example of that. You say each character has their own trait. I'm assuming Merit is an easy one because it's bravery, right?
Bravery, yes. I think that Moana is, she is fierce. She's a leader. Mm-hmm. I think that I love the fact that Cinderella has big dreams. I know that people are like, oh my goodness, well, they can kind of tear it apart. But I love the fact that she has big dreams and that they do come true. We always love that Snow White can talk to woodland animals. Now, how cool actually.
If only we could.
But like you said, Merida's brave. I think that Tiana is, she's my favorite.
Right? I think you're a mix between Tiana and Moana and Tiana. That's you, right? That's like if you were to hybrid. like two princesses into you.
If we were to meld them together and like Merida's hair.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you do have Merida's hair. Different color, but very similar style.
Different color.
Yeah, very similar style.
The same nose though.
All right, so this is why you started it. You love Disney. You got a couple of young girls. You want to model this awesome behavior, and you want to show your daughters what it looks like to be a young minority woman business owner. I mean, those are some pretty big role model shoes to fill for your kids, right? They get to see this modeling the behavior that you're hoping will carry on through generations. So what did you do? How did you start it? I mean, did you have a friend, or were you the first princess? Who was the first person you called and said, I want you to put on this dress?
I always wanted to be a princess at Disney World, but I wanted tattoos and a family more. And so at first I wanted to just work for someone else, but I was then told that I was too dark and I'd break the illusion for the kids. And that's kind of what drove me. It made me realize that, you know, growing up, I only had, you know, Princess Jasmine to look up to. And I wanted more for kids. Disney has now created multiple characters, obviously, multiple of these princesses and characters, obviously, that aren't royalty that kids look up to. And I realized that no one was going to hire true to race and true to color to portray these characters for other kids in the way that I was hoping someone would growing up. So growing up, like I said, we went to Disney, and even some of their actors weren't meat colored, and for characters that should have been. And I think that representation is so important. It's always been. People say it's so important now. No, it's always been very important. So I'm very glad that Disney kind of pulled it together and is starting to pull in different ethnicities, races, and cultures. I think that's so important. And it's an honor to be able to portray that for people.
That's when you said that you were told that you would break the illusion for the child. I bet that just sparked a little tiny bit of rage, right?
Just a little bit, because my whole life I've been told what I can and can't do due to my color, and everyone's been wrong. I can do everything you guys can do too, and I want to show that for all of our kids. It doesn't matter. Your race and ethnicity matters. There's no such thing as being colorblind. But I think stepping into that strong and fierce, I think that's really important. And so those are the characteristics we're going to pull in. So Moana, we're going to pull in that she is capable, she is strong, she's smart, she's a chief, she's a leader. Tiana doesn't need anybody. To make her dreams come true.
So when it comes to who you hire, then I'm assuming that was a big thing for you. If you had been told you can't play this role because of the color of your skin, you were like, well, then let's get the accurate color of skin out representing these princesses. So when you went to hire someone, by the way, I'm not going to let you dodge that first question. Do you remember who you called first? Do you remember who was the first person you were like, I think you should be a princess? Or did you put on the dress first?
I was friends with Moana first.
Moana. Okay. So it was Moana.
I know her. She's awesome. Right now she's back in Motunui.
I love how you this holds true for you too, Becca, because I've spoken to you numerous times, but you talk about these princesses as if you never break character. I mean, Moana is Moana.
She's not here.
Right. She's Moana. And this is where she is. She's hanging out on the island. So, so when you have someone call your business and they say, we would love to have Cinderella, but we want an African-American Cinderella.
Yes, I have truly been waiting for the day for that to happen because, growing up, Rodgers and Hammerstein, Cinderella was my favorite. It was everything to me to see this lead princess. Brandy knocked it out of the park, y'all.
Brandy is awesome. A girl can sing. So when it comes to that, though, I mean, do you have to hold true to what they're represented? Like, you want Moana to be this ethnicity, you want Tiana to be this ethnicity, you want Cinderella to be this ethnicity. Do you hold true to that no matter what, or do you go and mix and match it up?
Okay, so when I'm just hiring for them to be friends with the characters, I hire true to race and true to color. That's important. These characters were created for a reason, and we are going to portray them as what you see on the TV. And she's not going to be foundation 6 shades darker. She's not going to be spray tan. She's not going to be baked. She's going to just be who she is truly. And a fun story about that, I was friends with Moana once, and a little girl came up to her and was the same color, had curly hair, but she leaned in and said to Moana, "You're just wearing makeup, aren't you?" And Moana said, no, I'm not. You can touch me. You can hug me. Nothing will come off on you. And she was also adopted and had white parents. And she like rubbed on Moana's arm and she started crying. She's, "Oh my goodness, Mom, she's just like me. She's just like me. She's real." So this is why it's so important. This is everything to me. And I will fight and look and search until we find it. And if she's not available to come from her island, she's not available, and you'll have to pick someone else until she is.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, you really do hold true. I think this is what sets Royal Arrivals apart from other character companies that hire people out to come to parties and events and things like that. Is that you're not going to sacrifice on that point. That it's going to remain true to who that character is and should be. Tiana will always be African American. That's you're not going to send somebody out in makeup, God forbid, blackface. Oh my gosh.
No.
So I mean,
I've seen a lot of that, and it's
really
no excuse, unacceptable.
Yeah, that seems. See what I'm gonna come off of microphone here, and I'm gonna see if I can't share. Let me see if I can share this screen, and then you can talk a little bit about what you guys are. What you guys do when you come out to an event. All right. So someone would expect if someone was coming out to your event, but I got to get there we go. There it is. I'm going to show this and I'm going to let you.
Okay. So if you are to hire Royal Arrivals for your event, these characters will come from their kingdoms from far away, and they will, depending on who you pick, they will take photos, they will do autographs, they will sit and they'll talk, they'll answer questions your little royal might have, and big royals too. They're always invited to join the fun. Oh, and it's super awesome when they come dressed up like the characters. It's so special. This particular video, we were doing start of summer in Rockford, and it was the most magical day to have all of my royal friends come together. It was so magical.
You had all of them together in one place, eh?
In one place.
Oh my. That's a lot of princesses. Well, you're getting a shot right here of all of these phenomenal princesses. There's Tiana right there talking to some kids and smiling for photos. So they come with, oh, Moana, she's awesome. All right, so you come out, you interact, you'll pose for pictures. Anything else on the menu for Royal Arrivals that I like? What are the bonuses and the perks and the added features? What else do you offer?
Yeah. Before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID. Sorry, this is all
pre-COVID. Have to change here a little bit.
Right.
They'd come to your birthday party and they'd play games at your birthday party and they'd sit and they'd read a story.
Oh my goodness, they do story time?
They do story time and they'll read their story, and sometimes kids will ask for like a second story of a separate character, or they'll have maybe Cinderella come, but they'll want to hear Tiana's story. So it's always fun for our royal friends to get to read each other's stories, because I think that's really important for these characters to support each other as well. So they love being able to support one another.
Oh, Becca, the final question I have for you. Obviously, somebody who might be watching this is saying, this all looks good. I really like what she's doing. I like where her head's at. Because as we mentioned before, there are plenty of other options out there for characters, but you really do set yourself apart. And plus the story that you have behind this and the passion that you have for it just comes through. So let's talk about COVID and what it's done for the business. And, oh, wow. Yeah, there's a noise. Right. I wish I could plug it. Oh, there you go. That's for you. So that's the COVID. That's the official COVID sound right there is what that is. Talk about, so you're not booking right now?
We are not booking right now. We like to say that we are frozen in time. These princesses don't want COVID either, and they don't want to spread COVID into their kingdoms. So they are all safely at their homes with their families and friends and their animal sidekicks, not getting COVID. But yes, so the start of 2020, we were booked all the way through to 2021. Wow. We were so excited, and it was the most unmagical thing to have to not have it happen, and everyone was so amazing about it. We didn't have anyone get mad at us. Everyone was super understanding, and it just goes to show, I always say, the princesses aren't the magic. I think it's the community that stands behind us. You guys are incredible. You all took the refunds, and you said, we'll see you later. We'll see you when you reopen. And it has been the most comforting thing, because daily I miss it. Daily I miss hanging out with these friends, but we get to know that when we do open up, you all will be right there.
I'm not going to put you on the spot like for an official date, but do you have any type of idea? I mean, obviously it's such an unknown because there's so many different people.
I also would say we're going into the unknown.
Right.
I wish I had a set in time date to give people. I really do. But we have worked with many medically compromised families. And so we want to put all of these families, every royal, first and foremost, and protect you all. And like I said, we got to protect the princesses too in their kingdoms. We don't need a pandemic in all of their kingdoms. We can just keep the pandemic here. So I don't have a date that we are reopening, but I can promise you that we are not closed. We are not going anywhere.
Okay, good. That was
reopen.
I was worried about that. I was like, because the COVID-19 really has had an effect, and a lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses have shut down.
We are nothing special as far as being hit by COVID like everybody else. We are just the same. But we do not intend to go anywhere. We are frozen in time, and we can't wait to thaw and come back out and see everyone again and create the magic.
Is someone watching this knows that you're not booking for right now events? Can they still reach out to you? Can they still say, hey, can we be on a waiting list? Can we
Absolutely. We have businesses that have said, hey, we're here. As soon as you open, we want to do this with you guys. And that alone gets me kind of through the day, because I'm like, they're there. You guys are there. And you're all waiting so patiently. And we can't wait. We can't wait.
Neither can we. Neither can we. I mean, neither can we. You got a 4-year-old just dying to meet him. So
I know.
Yeah, I'm sure Daphne would think that was amazing. So I guess the final question would be, and I'm going to put you on the spot here. You can only pick one. Okay, you can't pick more than one. If all the princesses had to go away and there could only be one princess, I know I look at your face. I know it's hard. But you have to pick one. There's got to be one that's your favorite, right?
Yes.
Yes. I think I just broke her brain.
You did, because they all come together to make each other the very best.
These are the hard-hitting questions you get on a Morning Mix Social, Becca. Okay, you're gonna have to.
Okay, if I could only pick one.
Yeah. Oh, you're really struggling with this.
I am. It's between two.
Is it between Moana and Tiana?
Yes.
Oh, I know it. Well, you're wearing the Tiana shirt, so you got to say Tiana.
I've got them all.
Oh, no, you've got them all. Oh my goodness. Where do you get that? That's amazing.
I have a friend who
that was
her business is called Lou Bean's Closet. You can find them through Facebook, and she makes them. She makes them. They got pockets. Oh, they got pockets.
We'll do another plug for her as well. It's cool business. We'll have to get that link and put it up too. Becca, thank you so much for the time. Thanks for sharing royal arrivals with the community, and we are here and waiting for you when you guys are unfrozen in time. I appreciate your time today.
We can't wait.
Thanks, Becca.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go, Facebook. It's another interview. Today we did a couple socials. Thanks for joining us. As always, it's interactive. You can always put questions in the comments. If you have any question at all, feel free to throw it in the comments. We'll make sure we keep track of those, get back to you, and let you know more about royal arrivals. Thanks for joining me this afternoon on Morning Mix Social. Don't forget to follow the Fox 17 Morning Mix page if you're not following it already, so you can be notified when these videos come up, and we will see you next time.